Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back. So today we're doing a little bit of track prep. Gonna go to the track today, and what I want to do first is get these wheels off of the truck, because these things are pretty bad. They're pretty camber worn on the inside. This one's not as bad, but you can see the tread difference from the inside to outside. This one's actually a lot worse. This is like completely flat, and I don't really feel like going fast with this tire anymore. So what I'm gonna do is take the tires off the Explorer. I don't know if I'll just do the fronts. I might do the front and the back and just swap them all out. But I'm gonna pop these off, put them on the truck. But something interesting happened today. I started to back the truck out because I wanted to test the fans, and fans work very well, I should say. So I stopped, parked, and then I let it get up to like 220, and I stayed parked and turned the fans on, and it came right down to like 195. Took about a few minutes, but it came right down and it stayed right around that 195 range. So should be good. But as I was backing the truck out today, and I heard a crunch, and the truck like stopped. And I'm like, of course, thinking something really bad happened. So came forward, moved back. It didn't do it again, but I got out and looked underneath, and all I could find was this flathead screwdriver that was broken in half, but I couldn't find the other end of the screwdriver. Looked everywhere, couldn't really find it. Go to take the wheel off to replace the wheels, and look what I found. Jammed right in there. Alright, so let's take this wheel off. And let's assess the situation here. So, look at that. That was jammed right in there. That thing did pretty good. So, that's the joys of having a 1-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 6-year-old in the garage with you all the time is stuff goes missing and you end up finding it like this. So I'm leaving the stock wheels on the back, and then I have the Explorer wheels on the front, just because they're a little bit more meaty than the ones that were worn out. And I'm kind of interested to see what I'll do with those tires, because those are just the normal stock Ranger tires. Also went ahead and welded in the drive shaft safety loop. So welded it to the frame, and it's about 6 inches back from the front yoke. So that should be okay. And what's kind of really funny about the safety loop, it's like it's a part that you buy and you put it in and you hope you never have to use it. It's kind of weird, but hopefully we don't have to figure out how well that thing works. So we got Hunter pulling up with the shit Stangleberry. So he's looking to go 9s this year with this car, and then he's got his Honda on the other side. So he has 2 10-second cars here today, so this should be interesting. Alright, so we're in the tech line right now. Might have to hurry up because I think they are only going to run it from like 5 to 7 because they have some other event going on. So, gonna try to do the tech quick and then we'll go. Alright guys, so we're going to go up in a little bit. I got my good luck charm again. Look at this, the pink helmet. Well, hopefully it's a good luck charm. We're going to go up and hopefully we can make this work. My heart is pounding, my whole body's shaking. sides almost running into the wall. It was. I was gonna say. You saw that?
Yeah.
Oh.
She was smoking a little bit.
What was smoking?
I don't know.
Tires, maybe?
Oh, yeah. No, like when you had to pull, like when you went. I don't know if it was coming out of the exhaust point out, but it was smoke. You were still fucking blowing smoke somewhere. Yeah. Unless it was from the burnout.
Yeah, I didn't see anything, but I was like spinning the tires. Fucking like, tires hit 120 by the time I was like halfway down the track. That's how much they were spinning. It was like completely sideways. I don't know what happened. I was like 14 something. So we'll let her cool down and maybe try it again.
Yeah. How were your temps?
It was like 212-ish at the end of the run.
What was your 60 foot?
2. All right, let's try not to put it into the wall this time. I got the scanner working now, I think. Try to go really light throttle when I launch. Try to go really light throttle because I was just spinning so much, and hopefully that helps. Degree intake air temp.
Oh, 113. Nice pass.
Coolant temp is only 210. Alright, so everything looks okay. Intake air temp was really hot, 145. And I didn't go 100% throttle until probably, I don't know, a quarter of the way down the track.
We'll get Mr. Hunter tuned here. Left lane. He let off hard. Bad pass. He broke something, I think.
So my intake air temp is at like 217 at the last pass. So I'm gonna get a cup of ice and try to cool the turbo down and then maybe go again if I have enough time. All right, so I'm changing the intake air temp scale a little bit. I pulled 5 degrees of timing because my intake air temp is like at 145. So I'm gonna change it a little bit so it keeps a little more of the timing in there. That pass was a 13.0 with like a 2.3 60 foot, and I was 40% throttle for the first 5 seconds of the run again. I'm trying to get it to stop spinning. So we'll see if we can get a little bit better 60 foot time and maybe get it in the 12s. Alright guys, so I used a bunch of ice and I just cooled the turbo down, and intake air temp is back down to like 80 degrees now, so we'll see what it does. I lowered the air pressure a little bit, and I'm going to try to get in the left lane. Everybody's saying that the left lane's really good, and I've never gone in that lane before, so going to try that. See if we can get it to not spin so much. If not, I might try to go back down to 10 pounds and see if I can get the tires to not spin as easy, and then we'll try that. Like sticky the whole time, so I'm going to try to do that again. Intake air temp only got up to 170, so, or 117, so it was a lot better. Thank you. Yep. There we go. 2 160 foot and a 12.6 at 108. So I had a higher mile an hour before, and that was a 12.6. So I'm pretty happy with that. This lane was a lot better. Woohoo! Okay, Hunter's going for his Hail Mary pass.
I have no idea where the boost is though, so if it goes too high, I gotta lift.
9 seconds.
Hey!
Would you go 1040 at 108 or 1080?
It went 1040 at 132.
What was your 1080?
10-1 at 137 last year.
Well, then you went, today you were at 1080 at 108, yeah. He went before and he did a 1080, but it was at 108. The mile an hour was at 108. So he lifted way early and it still went 1080. What'd you do?
Had a little break in the middle.
You broke it?
Yeah, just a slight bit. It's a nice clean break in there. Yeah, you can get in there and see it.
You can see it over here.
It is a nice break.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so if we look at this scan, everything looks okay. But you can see this white line right here. It's starting to pull timing because the intake air temp is starting to get hot. So look here, we're at like a 138 already. And if I go over a little bit, you can see it's starting to go red here. And that's right about where it starts to pull the timing. So it's getting hot. It pulls it down to 5 degrees. So that was a 1260 at basically 5 degrees of timing for part of the run, lowering the timing. So almost the whole time I was in third gear, I was at 8 degrees or below. So it did hook a little bit better, and I was only 2 seconds that time that I was not wide open. So it's doing a lot better, but it's still getting freaking hot. Still getting really hot. It's like 194 by the end of the pass, 180s, 190s. That's really hot. But check this out. This is end of the pass right here, 208 for coolant temp. So that's like really good. Beginning of the pass started at 199, came up to 208. So it's staying nice and cool. Engine temp's staying cool, but the air temp's hot. So I don't know right now if I'm going to make another pass. I think I'm just going to call it quits, quit while I'm ahead. This intake air temp is pulling timing, so I got to fix that. So maybe we'll just enjoy the show for a little bit.
I lifted way early. I know you did. It scared the fuck out of me, dude. I lifted. 146, 60 foot. That bitch, dude, it went forward, it went right. It did. It was like, I was like, I wonder if he's gonna drive it. I don't know if I lifted or not. 1,650 in the 8.
All right, guys, so we're gonna try this one more time. I did zero out that intake air temp table. I actually pulled my headlight out, or my running light out underneath to get some cool air in. I'm gonna try to keep the 10 degrees in it the whole pass and see if it goes a little bit faster. If not, it'll probably hurt it, but I just don't know if 10 degrees is gonna be that much. But if the temps are that hot, maybe it will. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. Let's try it. Horsepower in. It's normally in like the 490 range, but it was only at like 411 today because the temps are so hot. So it's really down on power. I think it has a lot more potential. Just gotta learn how to keep it cool. So keep driving, get home, have a beer, and enjoy the night. All right, just had to run to Walmart and pick up some baby wipes. Forgot the fan's on. Hopefully the battery's not dead. Oh, she started pretty baby wipes, drive it home. Pretty exciting. Okay, here it is. The celebration. So maybe a little corny, but very happy with today. Made a couple passes that were actually new times. I still didn't get to make a full pass. What I'm considering a full pass is like wide open the whole time. And I also had the intake air temp issue, which was pulling timing. So the best pass that I would say I made was the 12.6, and I still wasn't wide open for 2 seconds of that one. It was like 2 or 3 seconds as I was kind of easing into it to see if it was going to spin or not, and it didn't spin in one lane, so I'm going to have to try to get in the left lane more. It seems like every time I go up, though, that I end up getting put in the other lane, so I don't know. Maybe I just need to be more stubborn and say, no, I'm not fucking going unless I go in this lane. So either way, drove it there, decided to not go all into it the last pass because it was a bad start and just kind of eased out of it. And that's why I finished at 83 miles an hour on the last pass. So this thing works, it's going. So 12.6, 93 octane, and like 5 degrees of timing because it was pulling it. So I think there's some potential here, but I really need some tires, because these things really spin. In that first run, when I got all squirrely, I was a little freaky. I was like going, and I saw the speedometer go like right to 120, and I'm like, whoa, I know I'm not going that fast, and then it finally shot out. So I was able to save it. Good thing I was only going like 50 or 60 miles an hour when that happened, so yeah. Other than that, overall, good day. Made it home. I did find that I have a hole in one of the intercooler couplers now, coming off the turbo. Again, probably because of no blow-off valve, so I'll probably look at starting to figure out how to get one of those in here. And I think it was on the last good pass. I did hear a little pop when I lifted, and that's probably when it blew a hole in that thing. So yeah, I'll fix that thing, go to the track again. I want to try 15 pounds again, but honestly, I might just go back down to 10 pounds because the wheels wouldn't spin as much, and the charge temperature, intake air temp, wouldn't be as hot either. So might try that, and it might end up actually being better not having the boost in there until I can figure out how to keep it cool. What's really weird is the intercooler is like ice cold all the time. I haven't felt it get warm yet at all. So it's just like all the radiant heat from like on the compressor housing, and I'm kind of sucking in radiant heat from the engine bay. That's getting really hot. So figure something else out with that. We'll keep going. Thanks for watching.